Happy holidays, everybody!
I'm back.
Hey, Dayman's back. He hasn't been on a video in super forever.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
now it'll actually be funny again. Ooh-wee.
That's kind of mean, dude. It's a
You
holiday
know
season.
I'm kidding.
It's a holiday season. You're being mean.
I'm just kidding.
We technically recorded a previous deck build of this, but Dayman pretty much just like text messaged me and goes like, "Hey, you know that one video that was super awesome?" And you're like,
We also had teacher interrupting a lot in it.
He's quite a guy.
It's like before recording, nothing. Press the button. I'm gonna interrupt you. Video's
Right, like-
done. Back to quiet.
We'll like we'll like be like moments from starting to record and be like, "Do you have anything to say? Anything at all?" And we're like, no.
I'm good. No.
And then the second we turn around, he's like, "Boobies!"
Yeah, and it's whatever. But now we can actually just record this.
Anyway, wait, are we talking smack in this video, or are we gonna be nice?
We're gonna be nice.
We're nice
we
dudes.
just
We're nice
started off
dudes.
with a little
Okay.
jab.
Well, okay. Without being mean, we've noticed that on like the other YouTube content creators, they haven't been making too many decks for the new rulers.
I saw
There's
like
always a while.
I saw one build, and that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. For anybody who hasn't figured it out yet, this is our what's this dude's name?
Welser, the Archemage.
Welser. It's actually his name is Welser.
I call him Wesley.
Yeah, but his name would be Welsey. It's
No,
W-E-L-S-E-R.
I know that, but I call him Wesley.
Okay, so this dude's name is Welser, or Wesley, the Archmage. So the not Demon King. The Demon, not Demon King.
He's a wizard.
He's the wizard. And on the other side, he is a wicked spirit.
Yeah.
So, like, what was the point of calling this the Advent of the Demon King if he's the Demon, not Demon King?
Well, in title, he is Welser, the king of demons, on the other side. He doesn't have to be a demon to be the king of demons.
But his dudes aren't demons either,
Technically, Lucifer is an angel, but he's the leader of demons.
True. Wait, isn't he the leader of fallen angels, though? Anyway,
Lucifer? No.
So,
Lucifer is a fallen angel, but he's a leader of demons.
Yeah.
Like, he created the first demons or whatever.
Oh, did he?
I think so.
Cool. We didn't come into the lore early enough for that. That would have been like early Alice.
No, I'm not talking like lore.
Oh, you're talking like biblically.
Like
realistically.
realistically.
Okay. Realistically.
Yeah, not realistically, but like in the book,
Merry Christmas, one and all.
In the book, spoiler alert.
Wait. Which book?
The Bible.
Oh, the Bible.
Yeah, the Bible. So spoiler alert, Lucifer was an angel and fell. And then he created, I'm pretty sure he created the demons.
To think that the only...
Try not to die.
I'm sorry, this happens every time I start talking about the devil.
Yeah.
He hears me and he's like, "Ugh." So you're telling me that if the guy had just worn Velcro, we wouldn't have hell?
That's not how heaven works. If it's
But he
real.
fell. Because his shoelaces were untied and he's like,
Just no.
Alright,
Anyways.
so, anyways, okay, so,
yeah.
Dayman was like, you know what, let's eBay this card. Didn't you say, like, you found it on, like, the usual card game shops for, like, $200 or something?
Yeah.
And then, how much did you buy this one on eBay for?
I got it for like 100, which is not bad.
No. It's actually super nice. I don't know, the lighting's not very good here. We can't see, like, its fullness. But, yeah, so this is the ruler of this deck build. And actually, Dayman took it in a very different direction than most of the builds online. And we'll use his regular one, the one that I actually pulled from his unboxing, so
we can actually read.
We can actually read what it says. So he is Wesley, the Archmage, ruler, wizard, judgment for one of every color, and energize for red. And he's got the following ability: rest a covered magic crest you control, and reduce the will of this of an attribute shared with the magic crest rested this way to spend this only to do this card's judgment.
So he basically can use Crest to like produce will towards judgment to accelerate.
Mm-hmm.
And I find that a way more reliable way of judgmenting as opposed to using the chant Advent of the Demon King to judgment.
Yeah, it's
because
not that good.
that can't be cancelled. And you know what else it does? It does -5 to both sides.
Yeah.
Which is pretty terrible.
Like even if they did it like as a differential, like -3 to your field and -5 to their field,
Yeah.
that would have been good.
Yeah.
But they did it to both sides -5,
it's
which is brutal.
It's
like that's
terrible.
That'll kill almost like every 2-drop and lower on
Not
average.
a lot of 2-drops are 6/6.
Not that many. Like if it follows the curve.
If it follows the curve, it's a 6/6.
Yeah. Okay, so the
But it's
Sorry,
nice
guys, I'm
because
dying.
Neo Barrier doesn't stop this ability because it is a will produce, like a will activate ability. Neo Barrier stops all non-will activate abilities on the errata. So this is fine. So he doesn't get hurt by that kind of stuff. But he may pay the attribute costs of Wicked Spirits and Magic Crest you control with Fire Will.
Yeah, so he's pretty much the
that's why-
Adelbert.
That's why I have multicolored stones in here, because when you flip, you lose that ability.
Yeah.
But when he flips, he becomes a 15/15
Look at his art.
Wicked Spirit.
Look at his art. Oh, he's wicked all
When
right.
he enters the field, you may put a Wicked Spirit Resonator from your hand into the field, which in this deck we're gearing towards.
It's brutal.
We're gearing towards Beelzebub or the 4-cost Wicked Spirit Elixir.
Elixir.
But there's only one in the deck, so I usually just drop a Beelzebub. When this card gains swiftness as long as you have 3. There are 3 or more different attributes among all Magic Crests you control, and imperishable and precision as long as you have 5 or more. So I don't run the green crest. Well, I can, and I think actually there might be one in there. I forget.
No, I don't think you do.
No.
I don't think you have any.
So I'd keep one in sideboard if you're playing someone slower. So in case you do get the chance to get it out, you can possibly get that precision and perishable. In this build though, in the main board, I wouldn't do that.
Cool. You want to do stones next?
Sure. So what we have is, we have 3 Magic Stone of Heat Ray, so white, red. Use your red for anything, but when you flip, it's what it is for what you're casting. We have 3 Magic Stone of Blasting Waves. So the reason that there's 3 and 3 of those is because of Kaguya's Moonbeam Butterfly is a reliable way to get stuff out.
Which I feel like is a super underrated card.
Oh, yeah. And then we've got 2 Magic Stone of Hearth's Core. So we want that 2. We have it at 2 because if you do get it out, it's beneficial to the Judgment, right? And after you flip, like, it's just benefit if you get a blue crest after you flip to just draw a card or whatever. Then we got 2 Magic Stone of Scorched Bales because we want at least 1 black if we don't see a black crest to Judgment. Now after you flip, it's going to be pretty hard to play Beelzebub from hand, and that's why we'll go over the additions first.
I didn't separate them as additions. I just went by cost.
That's fine. There's an addition in here that'll help us play stuff that is a hard color to play after losing the mana fixing. So we'll start off with our additions here. So we've got 4 of Magic Crest of Darkness. So it is a Magic Crest. We can play that with Firewall before we Judgment. When this card enters the field, put target Resonator from grave to hand. So there's a lot of at the end of turn this dies, or sack this thing to go get a thing. So that's perfect to have 4 of. I see deck builds a lot with like running red black all the way through on their stones, and they run like 2 of these.
Like
That's one of the best crests.
I think it is the best, period. Like, as long as you're not going up against what is it, Seal of Light,
or Barrier Seal.
Barrier Seal, then
But it's so early game that it's not so bad.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact, like, just look at the beauty on this full art. Like, the art is amazing.
I'm going out of my way to try and full art my crests. Then I got 4 Magic Crest of Water. So it's basically this deck's Tama. Like, it's pay 1, get a card, and you can use it reduce will before you Judgment. So it kind of accelerates you. Seeing like 2 blue crests and that's it kind of sucks because you can only tap 1 into the Judgment, but it is 1 less you have to pay.
Yeah.
And it is our off color on our stones, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, and it helps you draw. Like, at the full arts, the way that they have the magic circle around it, it's actually exceedingly difficult to read what it actually does.
Yeah.
Like, look in comparison. Can you read what's on the left? Not really. But yeah,
And then
4 of
I've
those.
got 3 Magic Crest of Light. So the reason that's at 3 is because we have 3 light stones in our stones. Like, in total, we have 3 stones produce white. And this requires something in play before you even play it to get an effect.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who were bothered by that when they showed it in the spoilers.
Yeah, so it's a good card though. It turns your Frayla from a 6/6 to a 10/10. Like that's just perfect. And then I've got 3 Magic Crest of Fire. In the old build, I had 1. I have it at 3 because it is a removal card, right? Like, I play it and I kill their 2-drop or less, basically.
It does 600 damage when it hits the field to
To
Resonator.
Resonator only, yeah. And then I've got 2 Statue of Sacred Temple to make your stones tap for any will.
Yeah, just mana fixing. And, realistically, if you have the 5 mana open, if you made it to super late game, you can pop this stuff during the end phase of your opponent's turn, and then have a 10/10 Flying Angel on the field for
but
next
I
turn.
use it mostly for after you Judgment to have that mana fixing.
Yeah.
So then now, we'll go into the Chants, since there are so few. I have 3 Lightning Strikes. Just 3 cards that I use as removal mostly.
Yeah.
Because you have such heavy hitters in the deck that you don't really need to hit the opponent to beat them. You use it mostly to just like kill off things, because there are a lot of things that are like a 7/5 like Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
Right?
This could also be good against, like, for instance, if they have Abdul on the field and you want to.
Abdul's a 6/6, so I use my Magic Crest.
This does 600 damage.
No, it does 5.
What?
Yeah. So Magic Crest of Fire is basically my anti-Abdul card. Right? And I can Kaguya's Moonbeam Butterfly into the Crest or something, right? So then after that, I have 4 Majin Subjugation, which is amazing.
So good.
This is one of the overpowered cards of the set, but it's perfect. So it's a 1-cost red chant. It's an additional cost to play this card. You banish a Resonator. Search your deck for a Wicked Spirit with total cost X or less, where X is the banished Resonator's total cost +2, and then put it into the field. Shuffle your deck. So I have a combo in here that'll let me get out my big baddie of the deck, which is a 5-drop, super early, right? And we'll go over that when we get to that card. But that card is just amazing. It and you can go to something that is less cost or same cost. That's a Wicked Spirit, right? So this first Resonator I'm showing is Fire Majin, and I love the art on this thing. It's a 1-drop 4/4 with Crest red. So if you have the Fire Crest in play, it has an ability of enter the field and deals 600 damage target player or J/Resonator. So I've killed Javelers before by playing one, having a Fire Crest in play, deal 600 damage, and then Majin Subjugation it to another one, deal 600 damage more, and kill like 0 or something.
Yeah.
Right?
And the best part is that, and I think every deck should have this kind of mechanic to it, Majin Subjugation is a way to like thin out your own deck.
It is.
Because you don't play it from hand, you play it from your deck, which is awesome.
Yeah, so you play it, that's 1 card. You grab another card and put it into play, so it's 1 less card in your deck.
Right, and then you're more likely to see the other stuff that you need for your combinations.
So I have 4 of Frayla, like one of the most sought after cards of the set.
So good. And do you have 4 full arts?
Yeah.
You son of a gun.
Yeah. So it is a Dark Elf / Wicked Spirit. When it enters the field, it gains swiftness till end of turn. So if you play it, there's nothing else, it has swiftness. You play something else and you attack, that other thing can gain swiftness, and then it would die, right? So that's one of the like good beaters of the deck. So like if I have that in play and I Judgment and I drop a Beelzebub, then I can swing with it, give the Beelzebub swiftness, swing with that, and swing with Welser. It's all the same turn.
Not to mention the fact that if like you really wanted to, you could play Frayla and then use Majin Subjugation to get another Frayla by sacrificing that one, and both of them would have haste because the first one wouldn't be on the field anymore.
Yep. And then that'd be like if they're open and
Just
I
keep
have the ability to do, yeah. So I have 4 of the card that is in no other builds of this deck, which I don't know why.
This is where you get your value for following our videos.
So Machina, King of Accursed Machines, 7/8. So you can play this on your turn 2 with 2 stones and an Energize into it, which is super early. Like turn 2 if you go second, then pay 3 in a life, produce a red, then Majin Subjugation it into a Beelzebub. You now have Beelzebub turn 2 and 5 minus counters that you can put on something.
Oh.
And if you like manage to get another Beelzebub by Judgmenting the turn after, anything that dies, if it had a -1 counter, both of your Beelzebubs would get a -1. Right? So if they have like 2 things over there with a -1 on both, and they both die, both Beelzebubs would get 2 -1 counters and be able to distribute it more. So it's just an infestation after that point.
It's amazing.
Oh, sorry, I missed one addition. We also have 1 0 Circle of Protection, which is pick a color, J/Resonators you control gain barrier to that thing.
It's not needed in this deck, but I feel like it's just one of those things that if you do get it out, it's just so aggravating.
It's because I have ability to search for additions that I might as well have that and the 2 that fix my mana to like whatever, right? So then I have 1 Elixir, the Majin. So it's a Wicked Spirit for 4, 10/10. It has a Fire Crest ability of dealing 600 damage to each Resonator your opponents control, or a Black Crest ability, which is like more likely to happen, to just destroy something flat out, like a Resonator on the opponent's side just kills it. And then I've got 4 Beelzebub, Lord of Flies.
And might I add, this crazy butthole has 4 full arts.
Yeah. So it's a 15/15 5-drop, which is insane. It enters and it gets 5 -1/-1 counters, which is not so bad because you can distribute them. So when this card is in the field, put 5 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever a Resonator your opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, goes to the graveyard, put a -1/-1 counter on this card. So you have 2 of them, whatever, and they both get it, right? You can remove a -1/-1 counter at any time to put a -1/-1 counter on target Resonator. So like, you play it, and if they go like, well, I'm gonna kill that, if it's on the field and it resolved, you can just ditch them onto somebody and just weaken something. And then you can play like a Black Crest, get it back and play it, or
whatever. The Black Crests with these, so
and I'm
annoying.
also running 4 Kaguya's Moonbeam Butterfly. So that's why we have 3 green, 3 white in our stones, to more likely see those colors. So green, white, and X. Search your deck for a Resonator or addition. Total cost X +1, and put that into your field. Then shuffle your deck. So pay 1 more for anything you want to search for and put it into play. And that's just how it is. And if I'm playing somebody who's like mad removal, I just tutor out 0 circle protection, and just have that barrier to their main color. And it's come in handy so often, and just having 1 is perfectly fine for that.
Pretty much.
And yeah, that's basically it. What's the difference between this and the previous one is that this has a lot more removal. I added in those lightning strikes. I added in 2 more fire crests, and having that ability to remove something on their side. Oh, and the fire margins as well. The 1-drop deal 6 if there's a fire crest, just makes it much more versatile.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think that this, I mean, not this exact deck build, of course, people are going to take liberties
and
to
change
make
stuff here and there.
But like, do you think that this style of play with this particular ruler is going to see a lot more play in the tournaments that are coming up that they actually just announced recently?
Not entirely sure, because like I find people like play the safe bets a lot. So in the last tournament, I saw like what people played. There was a lot of Fair. He's the male elf from
the elf
Ancient
king.
Knights. They played him with like Priscia's old deck, like red-green or something like that. Like, it was weird. I didn't look at the entire list, but they had that. Basically him to just be able to protect your elves. There was...
There's a new were-rabbit chick, right?
Yeah,
Frayla?
actually, there was
her name?
2.
Frayla?
It's a Ayu. A-Y-U.
Oh.
So
Ayu, not Frayla.
yeah.
What?
I don't know. So there was like 2 of them that entered, and then one of them actually won. Because it has, the beginning of the game, you draw a card. So you start with 1 extra card in hand. It has Energize for 1 and Judgment for 2. And you have a 1 of everything in your deck. Right? So all you do is you run a lot of the stuff that do the same thing. Right? Like you run Fire Summoning for Creature Search. You run a Kaguya's Moonbeam Butterfly. You run all of the Soul Resonators that work with her. You could run anything. Like the Flame Horse to get Swiftness. Because you Judgment, you search your deck for a Soul Resonator, put it in a hand, and then you can God's Art to scry off the top of the deck down to the 1 card you name, and then put it in a hand. I think you remove the rest from the game or something. So you can tutor out anything you want in your deck when you Judgment with your God's Art. So people use it as a new like OTK card, because you ditch your Soul Resonators and you get +5/+5 until end of turn, and every one of them that you discard can give you an ability, or almost everyone you discard can give you an ability of flying, precision, first strike, whatever. And she has natural and perishable and can give herself flying, and she has a chant that can give target J/Resident like flying, precision, first strike, or whatever, and +2/+2, and has remnant, and you just run a lot of remnant stuff.
Yeah, so this is our not so Demon King deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Look forward to all of our new videos in the background. And if you guys, in the new year, if you're wondering what that sound is in the background, which is tripping me up, it's actually Dayman's dialysis machine. He's got no original organs, and he feeds off the blood of the innocent.
Completely original. This was original.